And welcome back to AgriTalk here at the Farm Progress Show in Boone, Iowa. Middle day, traditionally the biggest day attendance-wise, we will see. It doesn't seem like the weather has held too many people back. Again, they had a delayed opening of the show this morning after the 4 inches of rain that came through last night, but everything seems to be going well except, of course, field demonstrations, unable to do that. Just a reminder, we'll have some bonus coverage here at the Farm Progress Show again today, right after we wrap up our AgriTalk broadcast. You can join us at agritalk.com on the internet, AgriTalk online, for some bonus coverage. We are broadcasting from the Syngenta display here at the show, and a lot of folks coming through here. Tracy Mader's with us, Syngenta's Seeds Head of Product Marketing. We want to talk about what's in the pipeline, and a lot of exciting things happening here, Tracy. You kind of have everyone, the family's all together now. You've got a lot of different products to talk about.
Absolutely. This is a really exciting summer for Syngenta Seeds. It's a very exciting show for us. We have a lot of new products we have the opportunity to bring the U.S. grower. First and foremost, AgriSure Viptera is fully deregulated and will be available for purchase this fall for next season's planting. We're introducing 14 new genetic combinations, over 140 new hybrids in Garst Golden Harvest and NK. In addition to that, a Victa Complete corn and a continued expansion of our aphid management system with NK soybeans. So the pipeline is rich and full, and we're really having a great time.
Tell us more about AgriSure Viptera.
AgriSure Viptera is truly an innovation, not only for Syngenta Seeds, but for the growers that are going to utilize the technology, and we really believe the entire industry. It is the first corn trait to come forward with a brand new mode of action. It's a vegetative insecticidal protein, and this is what it's going to enable growers to do. It has been labeled to control more insects in corn than any trait stack in history, and that turns into yield. In their natural occurring insect pressure, we see an average yield response of 14 bushels when corn earworm is present. So that just shows you the type of power of control, more insects that AgriSure Viptera is going to deliver to growers.
You know, a lot of our non-farm listeners probably hear us talking about this and wonder just what all this is about, but a lot of them probably don't realize the insect pressure, not to mention weed pressure too, that a corn crop is under. So the more control you can get right within the seed, that means that much less application of other products it's going to take to control those pests and those problems that are big profit robbers.
You know, the true potential of corn is, there's various opinions, but it's up to 600 bushels per acre. But what happens is once you place that corn in the environment, Mother Nature begins to apply different stresses, and whether that's weed, moisture, or insects. And technologies like AgriSure Viptera, it's going to be labeled for 14 above and below ground insects. And so it's a really comprehensive set of control for growers that's going to turn into yield and improve grain quality.
Which again is, I keep coming back to this, we're trying to grow more, produce more on the same, if not fewer acres to meet this growing population demand.
Absolutely. We've all seen the last few weeks just the rally in the grain markets. We've understood that, Europe's encountered some challenges with wheat. And it just once again highlights to all of us, growers and companies like ourselves, the need to really utilize technology to generate the bushels to meet the demand for food, fuel, and feed.
And what we're finding, too, not just farmers in the U.S., but you and I were talking about farmers from other countries. They want to know what's in that technology pipeline as well.
Absolutely. Here at Syngenta Seeds, we've had some great guests the last couple of days. We've had a large contingency from India. Today, we just had a group of farmers from Brazil come through our display. And so there's a lot of interest globally on how are we going to take these technologies, what are the technologies available from Syngenta to help meet this demand for food and fuel.
And do you hear from farmers saying, what's next? What's in that pipeline? Here's what I want. I need this. Here's my problem. I hope you have something that'll deal with that.
Yeah, we sure do. And that's one of the great things about being here today and being here with Syngenta is that we have the chance to interact with our grower customers, a lot of our new customers, and talk about exactly that, our pipeline. Whether it's AgriSure Viptera, whether it's these new genetic combinations, whether it's the AMS soybean system, and we get really specific on what's affecting your field, what's affecting your operation. And I think one of the great winners of all of this is the growers just have a lot of technology choices here in the U.S. So far, we think that it's only going to continue to grow more and more choices for growers.
So we're still scratching the surface?
We're still scratching the surface, but it is science. Syngenta itself spends about $2.6 million a day on research and development. And that is really using global reach and capabilities for research. But the other part that I think we're very good at is we take the time, we stay committed to look at individual growing areas, individual counties, individual parts of the U.S., and what's affecting that corn crop, what's affecting that soybean crop, and then how do we use all of this global research to put a product to address that need for that field, that farm.
That's an interesting, when you talk about how much is spent, I mean, research and development, that doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't come without a cost, or that's why there's a price on them.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a key part of our culture. It's a key part of our strategy here at Syngenta. And these research programs take time to build. They take time to get in motion. But once you have them in motion like ourselves, it's really important that the industry stays committed to sound science and agriculture. It's really important for the industry, the growers, the producer groups like National Corn Growers and all of our good friends there, that we continue to stay committed to sound science in the regulatory environment, because we want to bring good products to the market that are safe for consumers, safe for our industry, but it's really based upon sound agricultural science.
So again, what should we watch for coming from Syngenta? What's in that pipeline?
Well, AgriSure Viptera will be our first step in refuge-reducing products. We're going to have 4 products over the next 4 years and for insect control. And in addition, here in June, we announced the name of AgriSure Artesian, and that is the first water-optimized hybrids for the U.S. corn market. And that technology is going to really enable corn plants to maximize their yield potential based upon what available water's there, whether that is the dryland western market or the western corn belt, whether that's irrigation. So AgriSure Artesian, we believe, truly is an innovation, the first water-optimized hybrid from Syngenta.
It may not seem like such a big thing sitting here in Iowa after 4 inches of rain last night and all the water we've had this year, but we know water availability is a key issue for much of the country. It becomes more so every year, and that has been a challenge that we know that the industry has been dealing with for several years now, and now we're starting to see this research going to start paying off.
It's really an issue for everybody in the globe. You know, the majority of fresh water in the world is utilized by agriculture. So forever, water and agriculture and modern crop production are forever going to be linked. And so as we thought about the development of AgriSure Artesian, it's not only the yield that it will generate, but there's also going to be some other benefits for the technology, whether you are the irrigated corn farmer in Nebraska, or perhaps you're in Illinois and you have a field that has sandy soil that doesn't hold water well. That technology will generate value. But then also it will really enable and link, again, agriculture to sustainability. More food on less acres, less energy, reduce the carbon footprint. And we believe these type of technologies are really key for us to meet this growing demand for food and fuel and fiber.
Great. Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you, Mike.
Tracy Mader, Syngenta Seeds Head of Product Marketing. A lot coming in out of the pipeline as far as new products for growers from Syngenta. Okay, with that, we'll wrap it up. If you want to join us for some bonus coverage, we'll be at AgriTalk online if you go to agritalk.com, and back here tomorrow with more from the Farm Progress Show on AgriTalk.